The following is a presentation of TFNN. It is now time for the Diagnostic Trading Hour with your host, Darrell Martin. Now, Darrell Martin.
All right, folks, welcome on here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. I'm your host, Darrell Martin, here on TFNN. Don't forget, you can listen to us anywhere on your mobile phone at tfnn.mobi. And the first question I got for you today is, have you registered? Have you registered for the free $10,000 upcoming trading competition that we have going on? That is starting up, again, this coming week. So you need to be registered. You have to be registered by September 5th. You have 2 days. Again, 2 days to register for this event. And you need to hop on to TFNN.com's website. So let me show you that right now if you're watching on Tiger TV. If you're not, just make sure as soon as you get home, hop on TFNN.com, click on the $10,000 virtual trading competition. You'll see a big logo right there. Click on that. As soon as you do, it's going to tell you TFNN is giving away $10,000 in cash, but you must register no later than noon this Thursday, September 5th. And what are you competing in? You're competing in a demo trading competition, a paper money competition, but the money being paid out is real. The $10,000 in prizes. So again, the money in the account is all demo, but the money being paid out is real. And there's going to be every single day $100 plus books. The first top 5 ranking places, $100 plus a book are being paid out. Plus, on the overall weekly winners, first prize $3,000. So 1 week of demo trading, top ranking, and a paper money account is going to get $3,000 in live real cash. Second place, $1,500. Third place, $750. Fourth and fifth place, $500. Sixth through 10th are going to get $250. And 11th through 20th are getting a copy of Tommy O'Brien's book. So, again, make sure if you have not done so, you register. Hop on here. It'll be a lot of fun. You'll get to learn a lot. And really, this is the perfect time to hop in and take advantage as well of the diagnostic spread and binary scanner. You can trade both of them. Just scroll on down here, and what you'll see is down here we got the diagnostic box spread analyzer. Click on that, and you can sign up. You can also get a 2-week free trial, so enough time to not only get on it now and learn how to use it, but have it ready for when the trading competition starts up. And when you get on in there, what you're going to be able to do is you're going to log in, and you're going to see this home page right here. And you're going to have several getting started steps, okay? So it's going to say, hey, go to the tutorials and watch getting started. Then watch the step-by-step application and go into, who is Nadex, the master series on spreads and binaries. And I got some archives where I go over the show in different ways to trade Nadex. Also hop in and you can ask me questions directly under Ask Darrell. So maybe you're doing some trades during the competition. You want to ask me some questions. You can hop in there, ask them. I'll reply to you. Be glad to help you out in any way I can. Help you get a leg up on this competition. Also, you'll have access to the diagnostic deviation levels, which are insanely accurate. And you'll be able to use them. Just click right here to view the current levels. Okay? And after you've done that, you'll also see the spread and binary scanner right here. So you can click on those tabs. And you'll be able to hop in and pull up a variety of markets, really any market on Nadex. And that's, the S&P 500 E-mini futures, which is called US 500, is the actual spread or binary contract on Nadex. You got the NASDAQ, you have the Dow, you have the Russell. You got FTSE, you have the DAX, you have the Nikkei. You've got natural gas, crude oil, gold, silver, and copper, corn and soybeans, and you also have Aussie dollar, Euro dollar, pound dollar, US yen, pound yen, Euro yen, US franc, and US CAD. And what is the point of the scanner? Is the scanner something that gives you a trade signal? No. Okay? What the scanner does is there's a lot of ways you can trade Nadex. I mean, you can do like iron condors, iron butterflies. You can do Vertical spread type premium collection strategies with the binaries. You can go in and you can do sort of a call put type strategy, but with more of a delta of 1 on the spreads. So you can buy, you can sell, you can do range bound, you can do breakout straddles and strangles on news. There's a lot of different ways you can trade it. But there's also a lot of different contracts on Nadex. And it can get, well, not just can, it is very overwhelming. Okay? So you hop over here to Nadex and you're trying to figure out, okay, I want to trade the euro dollar. And you go, okay, well, wait a minute. Okay, that's euro dollar binaries. We got 9 from 12 to 2. We have 9 more at 3. Then at 3 a.m. there's like 21. And then at 7 a.m. there's like another 21. 11 a.m. there's another 21. 3 p.m. there's another 21. 11 p.m. there's another 21. Weekly there's like 19. Wow. So you have about 130, 140 choices to choose which one you're going to buy or sell. And how are you going to narrow that down? And that's what the scanner's for. It's going to scan through all of them live, all the prices, all the strikes, everything that's there. And you can go on here and you can simply go, you know what, I want to do euro dollar. And I want to do ones that expire in the next couple hours. And there's, videos on here that help you out with this. But next couple hours. And, of course, you can always call in or ask with any other questions you got. I want to buy. And, I don't want to risk more than $30. Just, this is just a random example. Okay? And you can go down here and it'll tell you which ones actually qualify. Here, out of like the 100-something possible strikes, these are the 3 that meet your requirements. And you can say, well, what if the euro dollar, went up, 50 pips? What would the binary be worth? And you hit that, boom, it tells you. It automatically live calculates what that binary would be worth for you. And so you can even put in an advanced take profit order. Plus, with all of this stuff that you're doing right here, you can go in and you can just click, and it'll open the ticket for you right there, right out of the Nadex platform, okay? And you hit place order. So if I click on that and I hit place order, I'm in a demo account right now. Notice how it even tells me I'm in a demo account, which is nice. So it puts it in there for me. And then I scroll back up, and there it shows my position. And I can go, okay, well, if I think it's going to go up, and I can close it at, $90, $4 or whatever, then I could put, sell this at $94. And I hit place order. And now I'll actually see not only the live order, but I'll see or live position, but also see the working order in there for me as well. Okay? So I can manage everything right from the scanner. I don't have to hop back and forth. I don't have to go through hundreds of contracts to try to find what I'm looking for. And I can always hit, reset. I can go through whatever I want to. All right, now that we have that down, let's do a quick catch up on where the market is currently trading. We got the S&P up 3.5 points. We have the Russell up 3.4. Nasdaq's up 13.25, and the Dow's down 10. Oil is currently up 64 cents on the day. Natural gas is up, 2.5%. Natural gas is flying. Corn is down 2%, down $10. And we got the soybeans down, or up 2.5%. Euro dollar currently down 29 pips. Aussie dollar up 63 pips with their announcement last night. We got pound dollar is up 12 pips. We got the dollar CAD down 6. Dollar franc up 15. Euro yen is down 26. Pound yen is unchanged, flat on the day. We got dollar yen is up 3 pips. We got gold right there is up $15 on the day, up 1%. Silver flying is up 4% on the day. And we have natural gas right there. Sorry, not natural gas, but copper is currently up 2.5%. So just some massive, massive moves across the board. A lot of volatility going on. A lot of indices is flying up, coming on back down. So there we go. And now let's check out what other potential trades we got it. And look here. Let's look at potential any gold or silver trades that might be something we could take advantage of. So I like to do these if we see anything that looks really good. And pops up on the chart there for us. So we like to look at gold. We like to look at silver. And we'll go in here. We'll put in a 65 to 95. And let's see here. Let's bring this on down to like the next, 15 minutes, right? So right here in the next 15 minutes, see what we can find. That'll show us just trades that are today. And let's drop off euro dollar. Let me see, there's nothing qualifying on silver. As far as gold, really light on the volatility mark right now on gold. We got a 650 and a 93. Really not worth trading on either one of those. We'll keep an eye on them and see if anything pops up. Maybe they'll increase a little bit in value between now and expiration. We're looking at the 1414 and 1408, but as of the moment, really not enough value to justify just hopping in there. But and we sort of are also in a more of a little bit of a downtrend at the moment as well. So I wouldn't really want to be hopping in on a buy right now. So we we look to see, is there a trade? This is part of what the scanner does for you. I can go in and without even having to pull up all the charts. And I pop gold up just because I randomly usually pop that one up this time of day. But without having to pop up like every single chart, I can look across 15, 20 markets here. And I can easily see, is there even a trade that matches? And I go, okay, well, these might match. And then I look over, and I'm like, wait a minute. Gold's sort of downtrending. I don't want to do a buy into a downtrend for a premium collection trade. So right now, no trade. No reason to, really worry about that. If there's nothing that's showing up at all, then I don't even have to open a chart or look at it. So I'll go and I'll see, is there a potential trade that qualifies in my parameters using the scanner? If there is, then I go look at the chart. After I've looked at the chart, then I can go back and go, okay, well, actually there's not, because I would need maybe need a sell. So I could go click sell on here. There's nothing that qualifies under the sell side of the category. Okay? And so hopefully that helps you out with the concept, the understanding that the whole point of the scanner is to help you quickly identify the exact correct binary or spread to trade for the trade that you're looking to accomplish, for the strategy you're looking to implement. So if you're looking to implement a butterfly or an iron condor or a strangle or a straddle or just a buy trade or a sell trade or a premium collection trade in the last 15 minutes or just a trend trade, whatever it is you're looking to do, you simply put in the parameters of the trade that you want to do, and it says these will qualify, versus having to go through and look at, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of possibilities and not know, and when I say hundreds and hundreds, I mean, yeah, you may only have say 130, 140 available on any one market at any time, but maybe you want to look at 8 FX pairs at 2 o'clock. So yeah, you're talking about literally coming through about 900 plus binary contracts to find the right one. So, and you can learn shortcuts that will help cut it down for you. But you're still going to have to flip between screens. You're still going to have to look at, let's say if you want to do 3 o'clock, you're still going to have to look at daily and intraday. And the price can change significantly within a few clicks. So by the time that thing loads, whereas this is showing you all that data, is feeding it in right there for you. And you can see all the different markets at one time. All right, well, I'll keep an eye on that. And we'll be back right after this break.
Who says you can't take it with you? TFNN says you can. With your mobile device and TFNN's live radio streams, TFNN has put it all in the palm of your hands. No special apps to download. No subscription fees for live radio or Tiger TV streams. We say you can.
Now let's go over to the dollar, because the dollar is going to be the generator. It is the generator of basically higher dollar, lower market. And what the dollar has done, and this whole uptrend, folks, has just gone sideways. The way it works, folks, is this.
We say you can. The Tiger Financial News Network. Smart investors and professional traders know you can. TFNN.com. Educating investors. With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rose, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pezzamento, Andy Hecht, Victor Jones, or Darrell Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing.
McEwen Mining is a high-growth, mid-tier producer in the Americas with a market capitalization of $1 billion. Experienced mining executive Rob McEwen, as chairman, CEO, and president, owns 25% of the outstanding shares of McEwen Mining and has put in place an ambitious business plan with the goal of qualifying for inclusion in the S&P 500 by 2015. With $70 million in cash and liquid assets as of the end of 2012 and completely debt-free, McEwen Mining is poised for growth. Production in 2013 is forecasted to grow at 24%, reaching 130,000 gold equivalent ounces, and over the next 3 years, McEwen Mining projects that their production will increase to 290,000 gold equivalent ounces, almost a threefold increase from last year's totals. If you'd like to find out more about McEwen Mining, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE or TSX under the symbol MUX.
Patterns, profits, and peace of mind.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pezzamento's trading newsletter.
Patterns, profits, and peace of mind.
In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the Forex market, and more. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 full weeks. That's an $85 value. Yours free when you register right now.
Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind.
And get the edge you've been looking for.
TFNN has just announced our first ever virtual trading competition, and we're giving away $10,000 in cash prizes, and it's free to enter. Sign up by Thursday, September 5th at noon Eastern, and the trading competition will take place the following week, Monday, September 9th, with first place winning $3,000. Don't delay, as you won't be able to register once the competition begins. Sign up now and reserve your spot in TFNN's $10,000 virtual trading competition. To sign up and for all the details, log on to TFNN.com.
Darrell takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
All right, folks, welcome back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. We've had a couple sort of pop in and pop out, but they've all been just too close to be a possibility. So, right now we have no trade. Silver is about to expire out. Gold's got a few more minutes left on the clock. I'll keep watching it just in case we see something pop on up. Now, let's see. We got John calling in from Philly about some soybeans. What's going on there, John?
Hey, Darrell. Good day to you, sir.
Hey, I'm doing great. How you doing?
Good, thank you. Darrell, I did want to ask you about using Nadex and your box spread analyzer in coming up with soybean derivative trade possibilities. One thing that I forget, Darrell, is on the soybean contract, if in fact the Nadex options are designed to track a variety of futures contracts, namely the September, the November, the January, or how that works. Could you start off with that description, please, first?
Yeah, one of the things that you'll notice when you log on to Nadex, and you'll see inside their platform there, is they only track 1 month, okay? So you can't do sort of like the future spread, type, where you spread front month, back month type thing.
That's helpful to know. Thank you.
Yep, and then and the month that they're tracking will always be in the name of the contract. Okay. So when we even have it like on the scanner, we tell you like, hey, this is what contract it's tracking right now. It's tracking November on the actual contract. Okay. And but even without that, like I said, just inside the Nadex platform itself, let me I'll show you this over here. I don't know if you are watching on Tiger TV here, but if you are,
Darrell, I am following your screen, so thank you. Yes.
Awesome. All right. Great. And so one thing that you'll notice is like right in here, you can see, it actually says November. So on the contract itself.
Gotcha.
So you always want to pay attention to that. Their rollover calendar is a little bit different than necessarily the exact, CME rollover. The reason is because they also have weekly contracts, like on the binaries, and they can't have like contracts just, all of a sudden change and start following a different month in the middle of the week. So what they do is they'll always roll it over on Saturday.
Okay.
So whenever the markets open up on Sunday, when you log in, at least on the live account, when you log in, it'll pop up and it'll say rollover, and it'll say, hey, we just rolled over copper and silver this week to the next month. And so what I do is I always go in and update my charts to match that whenever I'm trading it, just to make sure I'm looking at the right, because it's so easy to be paying attention to a different month. Even if it's just for a couple days. So, but again, the name of the month is always in the contract name. So, like that says November right there.
Can you elaborate with this contract with soybeans or corn, the Nadex options? Can you show us where it defines the hours of trading, during the day? Because it's got to be different, I'm sure, than gold and Forex.
Yeah, every market has its own hours, just like CME or whatever. And they somewhat follow the pit hours as far as the ags. And if you go over to Nadex.com under markets, and let's say we go to commodities, and then click on contract specs. So whether you're clicking on, commodities, indices, Forex, whatever, as soon as you click on those under markets on Nadex.com, if you click on contract specs, then you can go down here and I click on agriculturals. It'll scroll me down the page. And then I'll see we got binaries, and then we have spreads. So you're interested in the spreads, so you go down to the spreads. So it shows you on the spreads, it's basically 10:30 to 2:15 Eastern Time. So it's actually the most limited hours of trading out of all their contracts that are available.
Yes.
Now, I know I've talked to Nadex, and once there's some FCMs that are looking on coming online pretty soon to be offering Nadex as well. So once those large brokerages come on, then that'll bring just an insane amount of additional traffic, which will be great. And there are some ag market makers that are looking at coming on as well. So that will probably add to the hours and the contracts available on the corn and soybeans.
I gotcha. I appreciate that. Now, as I'm looking at your screen, I see that on both that the trading hours are limited to weekdays, 10:30 to 2:15. What's your guess, might I ask, as to the likelihood and perhaps the timing in which, say, corn and soybean Nadex options might become available for trading that would coordinate with the electronic Chicago Board of Trade trading, say, on Sunday nights that opens up at 8 p.m. Central Time?
Hey, stay right there. Let's your question when we get back, okay?
Very good. Thank you.
All right, stay right there. We'll be right back after this break.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at Nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. With the stock market flirting with all-time highs and volatility back, now is the perfect time for a 2-week free trial to Market Insights. On Monday, June 24th, Tom O'Brien closed out all 5 open positions in his daily newsletter Market Insights, with all trades being profitable and ranging from a 2.23% gain all the way to more than an 11% gain in just one position, for an incredible 32.7% profit combined between the 5 trades. Let Tom O'Brien's years of market experience work for you. If you'd like to see for yourself what kind of trading newsletter Tom O'Brien delivers to his clients each morning, then now is a perfect time to sign up for a 2-week free trial to his daily newsletter, Market Insights. In a volatile market like we currently have, the potential for fast market moves like we've seen recently is a trader's dream. So don't wait any longer. Sign up for your 2-week free trial to Market Insights today at the front page of TFNN.com. Andy Hecht, the host of the Commodities Hour, recently launched his newsletter service, the Technomental Commodity Report, and only 6 weeks in, Andy has already recorded a triple-digit winner. Andy advised his subscribers to purchase a long-term call option at 46 cents on July 11th, and then sent out a special update Friday, August 16th, advising his subscribers to close that position at $1.40. That's a 204% profit in just 5 weeks. The Technomental Commodity Report by Andy Hecht is released each Thursday morning, and right now you can get a month-long free trial to this subscription while locking in the low introductory rate of only $39 a month. Andy Hecht has been a commodities trader for over 3 decades. Let his experience work for you. Sign up for your month-long free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report today at TFNN.com. TFNN is having an open house in the Tiger's Den for 2 weeks, and the best part is that everyone is invited and you just have to be a member at TFNN. The open house in the Tiger's Den has already begun and will last through our week-long virtual trading competition, which ends September 13th. Use this time to exchange trading ideas with other traders in the virtual chat room and discuss trading strategy while gaining high-definition access to all TFNN hosts' charts and screens during their live daily programs. If you're not already a member at TFNN, then the easiest way to become a member is by simply signing up for our $10,000 virtual trading competition, and the rest takes care of itself. In order to register for TFNN's virtual trading competition, you have to sign up by Thursday, September 5th at noon, and that's right around the corner. So don't wait and sign up now. For all the information and to fill out your entry, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN's open house in the Tiger's Den for 2 weeks only, ending September 13th. Sign up today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
All right, folks, so come on back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. And I got John on the line from Phil. We're talking about soybeans and corn and Nadex and lining up the hours of CME. You still there, John?
I am, Darrell.
Awesome. Okay, well, one thing, I know one of the weird things, but again, once they get because the market maker that's looking to come on and help, like they just want to really add into the liquidity on market making for this soybeans and corn, I think it will help a lot because, you know, like the interesting thing about corn and soybeans is it actually closes down like twice during the day. Yeah. So on the electronic, most markets just close down for maybe, you know, a short period of time, or it's like maybe back to back, like right at the end of the day. Whereas on corn and soybeans, it closes down from 7:45 to 8:30. So you got 45 minutes of, you know, their central time, and then it goes down again from 1:15 to 7. So I think it's just really once that market maker comes on. So my guess would be probably within the next 2 to 3 months, because I know they have, like I said, they have somebody who is willing to come on once. The SCMs come on and bring a lot of volume, because obviously they're going to spend a lot of time making that market, and they got to, you know, invest in the technology to automatic, you know, basically they automate a lot of that. So where they're passing the risk off back and forth between different options and futures markets across the globe, because the market makers are really just trying to make money on the bid-ask spread. They don't really want to be directional, you know.
Correct.
They want that delta neutral, you know, portfolio. So So that would be my guess, would be 2 to 3 months. So one thing I haven't figured out why they've done, and I've asked them, and you can ask them too, is I haven't figured out why they started the markets at 9:30 Eastern or 10:30 Eastern when the pit opens at 8:30. Even the electronic opens at 9:30. So like there's a whole hour there they just throw away. And I've asked them please add this. So honestly, the more people that voice their desire for something to happen, and I've seen this happen. Like a lot of things I've asked for and other people went on and asked for it as well, it's happened. So they're very responsive if they know there's a demand. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you. I apologize for asking these basic background questions, and I do appreciate it. Share with what I wanted to ask, if you would guide us through, and here's what I want to tell you. Say we want to put on this trade. Currently, soybeans are trading at $13.80. It's a November contract, front month, very liquid. Now, it's Tuesday of this week, and what I'm interested in is starting to observe the Nadex options, the spreads, binaries, if you'd recommend. And what I'm after is doing this, is to say sometime putting on a trade sometime between now and the close of business Friday using 1 week options. One in which I can say, hey, I can speculate that the market will jump either up or down or just merely jump over the weekend on account of weather factors. And I'd like to put on a trade sometime during the week, that I can hold over the weekend and be rewarded if it does jump and not get crucified if it jumps the wrong way or doesn't jump at all. So could you just use your box spread analyzer and kind of look through what kind of instruments you might see to use to make that kind of speculation, please?
Well, actually, I can tell you right away. You wouldn't have to look at it. All the Nadex markets, all the spreads only last 23 hours, at most. So they're not like 1 week trading instruments or longer. So they'll start the earliest they start is 6, and the latest they go is 4:15. And then on the binaries, they actually do have weekly binaries. But right now, and they're always adding contracts. So I've seen them add probably 1,000 contracts in the last, I'd say, 9 months. All right, like unique expirations and everything else. But right now, they only have weekly being intra-week, meaning like Sunday to Friday. So you couldn't go in on Thursday and put on a trade over the weekend.
All right.
So you wouldn't be able to find a trade that would do that for you on the Nadex platform. You'd have to go in and do a much larger position with a much lower delta, on an actual CME option, which would also have a really low liquidity.
Darrell, can I ask, does the same apply to the 1 day options? Meaning, come Friday afternoon at 1 o'clock, there is no option that's available trade for a Monday expiration, that it does expire or close out by the end of the week?
Right, exactly. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter what time. It's just all of them will be shut down by at the latest 4:15 on Friday.
I see.
And there won't be anything available for trading again. And then stuff will different markets, depending on what market it is, will start opening as early as 6 o'clock on Sunday to begin for the very first time trading that contract.
I got you. Very good.
So there's not any contract that carries over with an expiration that was available to start trading from the previous week.
You've answered my question then. I do appreciate that.
But if you want it, go to my account inside the Nadex platform, demo or live, and then click on message us, and you can literally send them a message, right? I mean, you can call them, you can email them, but you can also send the message right here. So when I think of something, I'm like, hey, we need this, and I'll go and I'll pop it in, I'll hit submit. And, they are responsive. It may not be like, in 1 day. I've seen some things happen in a matter of a week. I've seen some things take 3 months. I've asked for some things a year ago that still haven't happened. So, but, if you don't tell them, they don't know. And the more people that tell them, the higher it sort of bumps up on the priority list. So if you're wanting like options that carry over the weekend, if you're wanting ones that at least start at the pit open or the electronic open,
Yeah.
at 9:30 instead of wait till 10:30. Things like that. Letting them know that lets them know, hey, we need to make, people are looking at this. They are wanting to trade. Obviously, corn and soybeans are not, as you know, the most popular things to trade. But I think they're one of the best markets to trade myself. So, because they move so much. But, and they seem to do it, what I like about them, and I don't know about you, but what I like is they seem to move really well in trends. They're not usually just insane choppy. Now, they'll jump a lot. Like intraday, you'll see them move like a point or two really quick, but they're still very trendy markets. And so I love trading corn and soybeans. And I like trading them on Nadex because you can't get crucified. Your risk is defined. Whereas it's so easy to hop in on it, and then it just goes 2 points against it, and you're stopped out if you're on a futures market.
Right. Yeah, I have. I'll be frank with you, Darrell. I myself, I've traded the ags for decades, and the number of times per week or per month that I actually put on trades is very limited because I've learned from. I went through the school of hard knocks 20 years ago, learning that you've got to be very particular about the spots that you take. And so my trading is infrequent, and when setups occur, I act and have always used futures and or futures options. And as I was about to say, I admit I have never used the Nadex corn and soybean options, and hence my request to you to give me a little tutorial on what's available and all that jazz.
Yeah, one thing I have noticed is usually the corn seems to have a little better bid-ask spread as well out of the two choices. So you'll find a better bid-ask spread. So that's one thing you'll notice right away. And I think, honestly, as soon as the market makers come on, the SCMs come on with it, they already have market makers, but these will be agricultural market makers. They already make a living making markets in ags. So when they come on to Nadex, then I think all the bid-ask spreads will come a lot tighter. But just a heads up for you, when you start looking at them, you'll be like, sometimes soybeans, like the big one, the master spread will be fine. But the intradays, and I've honestly just noticed this like the last 4 weeks. Before that, it didn't seem to be as wide, so I don't know what's up. But, it was just massive. And, or the last 4 weeks, like the soybeans one has been insane. I'm like, well, that just, forget. now the thing is, it does move like 30 points. So even if you have a 2-point bid-ask spread, you're okay. But still, it's 2 points,
No, right. Right. Yeah,
and now the binaries usually don't have an issue at all. So
sure, right. Part of that, I suspect, is a function of the fact that futures options in corn, soybeans, wheat are amongst the most illiquid of all the futures options on the listed futures exchanges for whatever reason. Given that the U.S. grows so damn much of all three, I always found that surprising, but it is what it is.
Yeah, and it's like any other exchange. People will hop on there and they're like, "It's horrible." I'm like, have you looked at the CME and tried to compare the S&P with corn? So it's the exact same thing. You have more popular and less popular markets, which is going to add to liquidity, which of course then tightens up bid-ask spread and everything in between. So, but
all right, let me ask you, in the interest of getting practical.
Okay.
I'm just thinking. I just want to pull up the screen here. You mentioned corn has better. Tighter spreads in the options. Okay, corn is at 470. Here's what I want to ask you. I want to tell you this. I want to speculate. Let's see. It's 1:45 New York time, so we're just about to close. But we're at 470 D's corn. I want to speculate that we're going to get a break to 460 in D's corn, and we're going to get it by tomorrow's close. Help me with what you look for in terms of Nadex vehicles to make that speculation, please.
Okay, so if you're going to do corn longer than the current trading session, you're going to have to use a binary. Because the corn spreads, it's not just hours of 10:30 to 1:15 or 2:15, whatever. It's actually it's like that is the length of the contract. That's its whole life. Okay, so you're gonna have to flip it to binaries. Binaries give you the ability to have current day potentially intraday. They don't really have intraday on corn or soybeans because, again, the liquidity. But they do have the weeklies. So what you would do is you'd immediately hop over to the weekly contract on the binary. So I just go here to binary scanner, okay? Then I'd go in and I would choose weekly contracts on it. So that'll just narrow it down for me immediately to the weeklies.
Yep.
And then you think, okay, remind me again here, as I was pulling it up. You think it's going to rise or fall?
We're at 470 right now. I want to see what is available for me to speculate. We break another 10 lower to 460 by the close of business on Wednesday.
Okay. So then what I'll do is I'll go to simulate settings right here.
Okay.
And I can do simulate a range, and I can put in, 10 points.
Yep.
And hit OK. And what it'll do is it'll basically add and subtract 10 points. And what I did was I chose weekly at the interval.
Yep.
And I chose sell. And that's really all I had to do. Okay, I didn't have to use any of the other settings. That showed me the weeklies, and it showed me basically what their price would be worth. And this shows me all the possibilities. So with corn right now at 14.70, there's not a whole lot of choices. But basically right here, what you'd see is I'd be able to go in and get my best risk reward would be right up here. Basically, you're looking at almost all in the money. So I'm trying to see if there's any others, but they're almost all in the money right now. We've already had such a move.
Yep.
Let's see here. Let's see. Let me put one more thing up. I just want to make sure and see if I see anything else. But yeah, I just want to verify I was right. But yeah, it's 1468, 16.7.5. So you have two choices. Okay. Mm-hmm. You can go in. And you can use the 1467.5, which is sort of the 1467 and 1472.5 are sort of at the money. They're straddling 1470.
Yes,
so
right.
you could go in on one of those. You'd be looking to make $50 on the 1467. You'd be looking to make like $41 on the 1472. Now, that's if it expired below.
Yep.
Okay? Now, this is a weekly option, so it's going to move a little slower than that. Now, what you could probably do is, now, what do you think, what would be your stop? Like, at what point would you think I need to get out if it hits this, if it went up, if you went short now?
483.
Okay, so, excellent. So that actually helps out. So right up here, this is actually how I would do the play. If I'm doing this play that you're talking about right now, I would actually choose the 1482.5.
Okay.
I can sell it for $25, okay? It'll make money as time goes by. Just the mere passage of time between today and tomorrow, even if, obviously, I doubt it will, but let's just say corn stayed flat, I would make money. Okay?
Yep.
If it went down, I'll make money. I can make basically up to $25 in this trade. If it goes up, I can lose money. And the first thing you see when you look at it is like, oh, wow, well, I could lose 75 and I could make 25. But that's if you held it all the way till Friday. Okay? And it expired above it. What I do is if it went up to 1483, basically, I would get out of the trade right at $50. Because it'll be, a binary contract will be valued pretty much right at $50 when the market's at that same price.
I see. Very good.
Because there's a 50-50 probability it'll still be at that same price. So you could risk 25 to make 25 on that trade and let time actually make money. Even if you're wrong and it just sort of stays flat or goes up a little bit, you still can profit on the trade.
Darrell, thanks so much for the tutorial. That's really helpful. I appreciate it.
You bet. Thanks for calling in. All right. We'll be right after this.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments. And whether you're bullish or bearish on U.S. Treasuries, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investor investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Recently, Basil Chapman has had some outstanding trades in his newsletter, The Opening Call. Each morning by 9 a.m., Basil uploads his newsletter to the TFNN servers so that his subscribers can access his expert trading advice. Basil gives his take on the direction of key indices and updates any active trades that his subscribers are currently in. Just recently, Basil's subscribers closed out a short position in Chipotle Mexican Grill, CMG, for more than an $86 profit per share, over a 20% gain in just one position. If you'd like to try out Basil Chapman's newsletter, The Opening Call, then visit the front page at TFNN.com and click Trading Newsletters. There you'll find Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, where you can request a free sample copy. Also, don't miss Basil's program, The Tiger Technicians Hour, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, on TFNN.
On Wednesday, August 14th and Thursday, August 15th, Tom O'Brien advised his Gold Report subscribers to close out 6 of their 9 open positions, all winning trades ranging from a 10.6% profit to an incredible 48% profit in just one equity. And all 6 of those winning trades had been initiated no earlier than just the previous month. With the 600th weekly Gold Report issue fast approaching, Tom O'Brien brings an incredible wealth of knowledge and experience to the gold market and the equities within the industry. That's almost 12 years since this powerful newsletter first began, and right now you can get a 30-day free trial to the Gold Report by visiting TFNN.com. Make sure you're a subscriber, as this volatile gold market provides trading opportunities after declining all the way from $1,900 to under $1,200 an ounce in only 2 years. Get your 30-day free trial to the Gold Report today by visiting TFNN.com.
Join David White as he keeps you up to date on the latest tech stocks while he uses his Power Law Vector Indicator to identify the best trades. The Power Trading Hour, next on TFNN.
All right, folks, we're going back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. Let's take a quick look at some of the markets. We got the S&P. Looks like it's moving on down and filling in that gap right there. And nice solid move down after that move up with the holiday and everything else. But like I said, filled in the gap. Let's go ahead and, again, that's the holiday can throw people off when they get those settlement numbers. Let's go ahead and let's look at Russell. Russell's a little bit different. ICE actually does post a settlement because it has a little bit different hours, okay? And they happen to line up. So as people go, is your settlement off? I'm like, no, that's really what ICE posted. But it moved on down a deviation with, S&P doing the same thing, moving on down a deviation there. Go on, let's look at the Dow. And consider, like I said, it sort of throws people off when they see these. But on the Dow right there, they just keep the same settlement price instead and have a regular trading session. And moved almost up a deviation, but pulled on back and filled in that gap from the holiday. And always be looking for those gap fill plays. So we got the Dow and we got the S&P. Let's check out the NASDAQ. Also covered the Russell already there. NASDAQ And moving on down, has not quite filled in this gap. It's got a little bit more to go, but it's really close. It's only a few points off. And looks like the broad market index, along with everything else, has been heading on south. So, and it has filled in its gap as well. And that is one thing I pay attention to for considering a gap fill, is when the broad market index itself fills in the gap. So when you see this right here happening, you see that. That's sort of your clue that the gap has officially been filled and the broad market index fills its gap. When everything, all the stocks in the New York Stock Exchange are net zero, meaning there's as many up as there are down for the day when that line is at zero. And let's go here. We'll check out a couple other quick markets. Let's go ahead. We'll look at, we got corn. And we got a corn down there. Look at that. It gapped up, ran up, and I'm sure a play that John would have loved to, and myself would have loved to take advantage of right there over the weekend. But ran on up there, had a small little trading session on the second, then on the third, opened on up, ran up almost to one deviation, pulled on back down to settlement, 0.5, 0.7, down to 1. And from high to low, if you combine the sessions there, because it was such a short session, you basically have a 2 deviation move from high to low. Corn and soybeans, again, very awesome markets to trade. You got to get used to them, but they really know how to trend. And so you can get in on some nice trends. And, you're talking trends that are easy half a deviation span as they move there. So it looks like right now we got soybeans sitting at 1 deviation after moving up to almost 2 deviations right there. But sitting right there at 1 deviation on the day. And that probably will close out right about at that price. If we go in, we'll look at a few of the FX pairs. And we got Aussie dollar. They had their FX, they had their interest rate come out last night. And they released that. And got a little bit more of a move than I think most expected off of that move right there. It came out actually officially, was it 12:30 when the report came out. And so right here you can see the big jump, 89.87 to 90.40. Usually you don't get a 40 or 50 pip move off of a no announcement. But this will just be an effect of, holidays, right? So you got really light liquidity, and that thing moves 64 pips. Completely unexpected. Average move, honestly, is about 40 pips on the Aussie dollar when the interest rate announcement comes out. There really just was no expectation of anything, and nothing really came out that was that significant. But nevertheless, had a great move on it. All right, well, you need to stay tuned. We have some more great shows coming up for you after this, and we have a lot of news announcements you can be taking advantage of on Nadex. So there's 9 great impact events. We're going to talk about those more tomorrow. So make sure to tune in to the show. And I hope y'all have a great day. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.
What's the one thing that pulls people back from the breakthrough that they're moving towards? What's the only thing that really stops people from taking action? You and I both know the answer, and sure, we can come up with the reasons why we're not where we want to be, but the only reason that we don't do more with our life is fear. Or if you're an overachiever, call it stress. Simply put, there's something that happened to us in our past that's holding us back from the life we deserve, yet you and I are okay, we're here. So why should we let our past control our future? Exactly. We shouldn't. Hi. I'm Steve Rhodes with TFNN.com, and when it comes to your trading and investing, I can help you overcome your fear of loss. Together, we'll turn weakness into strength with a system I've developed called Mastering Probability. I'll teach you how to make your money work harder for you than you do for it. I'll teach you the tools that provide financial freedom. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com, click on my name, Steve Rhodes, and begin your journey of mastering probability risk-free. It's time to become a pioneer of your future versus a prisoner of your past.